Welcome, good evening to an evening final edition here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. That's about with your number one best analysis, best place in terms of sports analysis on YouTube. I say on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Today I got notification from YouTube said we have over 5 million views on the channel. 5 million views. That is monumental. I mean. In terms of what we have been doing over the last few months and weeks now. Of course, we're an investor. It's a big opportunity for you to come in and win something by joining the Fiifi-Manfred Telegram channel, Fiifi-Manfred WhatsApp channel, Fiifi-Manfred special WhatsApp betting group. No? And then, of course, also making sure that Debia's video now you check in the description because there is almost always the video. No? There's always the codes near the tour at the mouth. On Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, I want to subscribe to the channel and subscribe. And then turn on notification turn and do choose all. So that anytime that there is content here, you are first to have it here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I said, and then the day of people retiring from football. Some of the world greats, two of them actually are retired. But there is some very funny news. I didn't expect this news to come through like that. But news, no, but hard and strong from sources where I believe some of my news where I do agree with them. Now there is a lot of change in Chelsea plan on my list for centre backs now. My Chelsea for no pay leadership, combativeness, and will be all the time organizational skills we're showing them. Now also any ball and we're showing in terms of centre back, and that is why the quest for centre back now. Let's le Cuba Moba na players na Sane Magay na Kuchiru Mero and Sane Mano. Let's not say and after Wesley Fofana injury, when you be more against Tony Amos, Chelsea list for a centre back has changed again. Miriam, I'll tell you the list. I'll tell you who's in there. I'll tell you why this list looks like the list that Chelsea will work with finally when the summer comes through. Again, a Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. But let us get straight into the conversation on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. We're Komono extensively in the sense of everything. Now, and then Madrid have finally heard from UEFA and the FIFA for it is good news for Team Friend FC Real Madrid. Good news in the sense that Rudiger, Mbappe, and then Vinicius Jr. and Madrid players now almost celebrating in an uncouth way against Atletico de Madrid. No, the punishment is out for UEFA for, and what UEFA and they said they are not going to ban them. They were going to be available to play against Arsenal. To Arsenal, now it's one house. You Gabriel Magalhaes, Madrid for to be ban Rudiger, Mbappe, Vinicius, Mbappe. I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. There is going to be Kylian Mbappe. There is going to be a branch your friend of Antonio Rudiger. There is also going to be Vinicius Jr. Our partner against team your friend of Arsenal. Barring any last minute injury this weekend, Madrid will against my friend Valencia unless Madrid in injury. Unless Mubi in injury against team my friend Valencia. The only players he didn't say they are most likely not going to play Fela Mendy, Thibaut Courtois, Andrea Lunin, and El Honam. Everybody looks like they're in the right frame of mind to go and play against team my friend Arsenal. On the other hand, Gabriel Magalhaes and Power we spoke about it. We said extensively. So Arsenal for are going to lack that aggression with Jordan, and I think Arsenal needs that. Arsenal to deal with Kylian Mbappe. So Bettinia dealing with Abrante friend Vinicius Jr. So Bettini aye aggressive. Say who was centre back? They be Americans who are centre back on the near dene. Now going to battles, no winning the duels. You know we are back or by the sweeper or more peer chilling amount. Now Arsenal will lose or more aggressor. And I asked myself, say Ben White is Ben White going to play as an aggressor? Or is it going to be a branch of William Saliba? And that is the thing, because Gabriel Magalhaes player or Manioma Ekuye Arsenal Football Club. In his absence, obviously, Arsenal are going to be in some really hot water spa as it goes on over there. UEFA are finding Kylian Mbappe 30,000 against 30,000 euros over there for Ninyoma or the biggest news for team your friend FC Real Madrid and it's a bunch of friend Dani Ceballos. In fact, Madrid for Bruyne say once Denis Ceballos is in the middle of the park, he controls it. Almost say Denis Ceballos will feel for the on a control ball, on a tenny, on a chimiensa, one back on him. Now also came to your boss, yen control intensity, no, yen reduce intensity, like a crack, okay, yen pijam, yen bo diagonal, yen bo shots, yen bo mid. I mean, excellent control, tempo controller will feel for him from team friend FC Real Madrid. Is a branch here friend Denis Ceballos, and he's fit to play against Arsenal. More box to box, but more control in all the phases of play for team friend Real Madrid. He is going to go to Emirates for him to go and meet the former player, your friend. And branch here, your friend Odegaard. You meet Odegaard in him, and then they'll see if on only Odegaard who is going to win that battle between team my friend Real Madrid and team my friend Arsenal Football Club over there. This morning, just when I your show so and yet say Kevin De Bruyne now so say or retire from football. I mean not retire from football, but they will free Man City at the end of the season. Boy. Say who defined probably the last airbender of the number 10 role. Technical ability in that perspective. I think Kevin De Bruyne and a player now. And Martin Kofobi Briomota can say he said Man City enya greater players than Rodri, but Rodri in a beji Ballon d'Or. And say only Kofobi didn't come. They will tell you say and can you City player back come and Ballon d'Or, it will make sense. And can say Kevin De Bruyne. Because then an open free on him, short pass, long pass, diagonal pass, cross, assist. And then an open free Kevin De Bruyne on him. Played with some of the best. Aguero win the likes. Went there as a young boy from Wolfsburg. A key cog in Pep Guardiola's system was here to start the onslaught. Our England crew and our branch friend Kevin De Bruyne has been solid. But in the last few days and months, left, right, center, muscle injury, this injury, that injury, and affected Kevin De Bruyne. And then he wrote a very, very, very heartwarming message to Man City for them, telling them say it is going to be the end of the road for him, and then he's going to be available to play for team and friend Man City next season. And then of course Wakacho said, oh no, why he has given his best. He tried to do it for Man City, but he can't do it again. Over there, Kevin De Bruyne will be leaving Man City at the end of the season, 2024-2025. He's won 6 Premier League titles, boy, and assisted 118 goals, scored 70 times, as well as winning 2 Player of the Season awards. Truly, one of the topmost players are Wayne and Juma on the field of play. Everything that you need from him, your friend of Kevin De Bruyne, and you can tell from saying you're born and maybe say me reading the letter and the amount the things that my friend Kevin De Bruyne the letter that he wrote to Man City for how he captioned it. I see one there on person in 70 he will go straight to the point. It is time that he calls it off. Or say, dear Manchester, seeing this, you probably realize when this is headed. So I'll get straight to it and allow you that these will be my final month in Manchester City. As a Manchester City player, nothing about this is easy to write. But as football players, we all know this day eventually comes. The day is here, and you deserve to hear it from me first. Football led me to all of you and to this city. Chasing my dream, not knowing this period will change my life. This city, this club, these people gave me everything. I had no choice but to give everything back. And guess what? We want everything. Whatever we like it or not, it's time to say goodbye. Shiri, Rome, Mason, and Michel talking about a family. And I are beyond grateful for what this place meant to our family. Manchester will forever be our kids' passports. And more importantly, in each of our hearts, this will be our home. We cannot stand the City Club stuff, teammates, friends, family, all enough. This 10-year ride, every story comes to an end, but this is definitely been the best chapter. Let's enjoy these moments together. I think the City Forum are going to use this as a big push to get Champions League. I'm going to try, so I'm going to push it on the way and get Champions League. Kevin De Bruyne will try and do his last for team my friend Manchester City. But what a job Kevin De Bruyne IL Honorman. I was reading to you the accolades that Kevin De Bruyne in terms of a midfielder. Kevin De Bruyne would depart Man City at the end of the season with one of the most decorated Premier League careers. Like I said, 70 goals, 118 assists, 280 appearances, 2 Player of the Year seasons, 6 Premier League titles, 3 Playmaker awards, and a Kevin De Bruyne and the Air Kofi. You know, so there's a lot of respect for him. Immediately, Kevin De Bruyne announced, he said, Ojai Jumano Manchester City and check, and I brought here your friend Matt Hummels. And so about and yes, Ojai on board Roma BM, but he is stopping playing football. He's retiring entirely from football. Matt Hummels announced that he will retire at the end of the season. 5 Bundesliga titles, 2 for Dortmund, 3 for Bayern, 3 DFB Pokals, 2 for Dortmund, 1 for Bayern, 2 Champions League finals, never won. I remember that huge Champions League final with Robert Lewandowski. This big Dortmund team, number boy, against Jurgen Klopp team, no, but they couldn't win it against Bayern Munich. Bayern need to share 1 World Cup over there for Bancha, your friend Matt Hummels. He is going to go. Players they be retired, they be A to Z, or they be a D or come, they be so prepare so by joining other teams. No, of course, for Man City, it is the end of the story for Abentia, your friend Kevin De Bruyne. Matt Hummels also the end of the road for him. And then AS Darius, the most expensive and as the most valuable Spanish players and then on the transfer market, Abentia friend Lamine Yamal 180 million, Rodri Cascante 130 million. Or 28 years of age, Bomber Manchester City over there. And then Carlo Ancelotti, in a pre-match press conference for the game against Valencia, spoke about Barcelona. And here is you. Carlo Ancelotti said, Barcelona want to play Madrid badly. The fans are the fans and they can express their opinions. However they want. Barcelona will play very well. When they play the final, you have to respect your opponent. There is a lot of respect for Barcelona, and according to Carlo Ancelotti, Barca for one must see more peba Madrid in 10-10 because Madrid there, Monpenada da there, Mobile Jumana simple, they are more see Munyan to Basio, Munyas to Basia Pa, and there's going to be Spanish referee Soto Grada and the man in the middle of the pack between Madrid and any team, your friend of Barcelona in the Copa del Rey final. Barcelona will receive 26,031 tickets for the Copa del Rey final. The fans will be on the south side of the stadium and prices will be 72 euros to about 270 euros over there. And that's about 2 weeks from now. Definitely Madrid and the Barca are going to meet. And the flick on beside is this week on the rotate and obey some rotations who are keeping the players fit. Then they can see if they can go on and get the wins now. For the past 4 weeks now, Chelsea Foreign have been scouting. And I have about 4 to 5 separate meetings across. In fact, most of the meetings have been in France, especially in Monaco. And meetings here because the players are in France and as a Monaco derby. In fact, some of them are French. But Chelsea Foreign are meetings not based on the fact that our scouting meetings no almost share data they want to watch the player. Almost share data they want to watch the player. And see, data analytics team actually player based on the data point of view. Now everybody are the analysts not using the eye test on so much player. No, okay, fine. Player no, you bet me you say yeah for we you used to be what they say player away the attitude, the temperament. Okay, let's arrive at this and I say you free. And there is a new list, center back list, for Krabba, and it includes about 3 different players. I don't believe any original listing. Chelsea Fokker or scouting analysis. No. They found out that these are players who somebody will come scouting list them and reports them now is that kind of this is exactly how it came out. Chelsea Fokker has stepped up on a center back signing over the last 1 month and over extensive scouting. 1 player is in England. There is one that plays for the French and a 21 side now. Meeting me a release. There is a boy called Loic Bady. Very good center back. Or slightly player, I'm highlighting a lot of the times. There is a brand new friend of Max Lecroix. Now, Max Lecroix, a French obviously, Bomber Crystal Palace. There is also Loic Bady, all the French and the 21 side. a player who is similar to a Brent friend Wesley Fofana. And some two players, especially Max Lecroix. For Max Lecroix, they are Chelsea for one can I say, or some leadership and then leadership quality now. Maybe team man organizing the back like I said, the way Van Dijk as Soma, where team organizing back like as okay, who Jinaha, who Cheney say, okay, yeah, ball on kicker, make position this side. Sunday man, that is what Lloyd Bardi our Chelsea team and our Crystal Palace team. And they have also looked at the colleague of Lloyd Bardi, which is Abentia, your friend Mark Gay, and so on. But Mark Gay there, Chelsea for him, so a Chelsea to a Chelsea academy boy, almost in the development, almost in the Bushia, they know everything about Abentia friend Mark Gay. It's less than Lecroix Babekao, Lloyd Bardi Abekao, Mark Gay was already on the list. Now all of them, they want people that are similar to Wesley Fofana. Who's Makacho say, apart from the temperament, really that in terms of the technical point of view, and then your neighbor partner, so your ball carrier or far ball if you're chill TV carry ban and him, no attain it, not for a back and no watching, not affiliate as a center forward, or yen a Jumani year, like or yen in your year very, very well. That's exactly the kind of center back at Chelsea for SSA. And the first one, Lloyd Bardi, Premier League scouts will be a channel, and Sevilla for one per power, very important. Gave you a lot of admirers, and yet it's a Lloyd Bardi in 40 million, 45 million, and at Chelsea for an airship. Me this commander who's we are sending message hey, how many centre backs Chelsea after in recent months Chelsea for and then centre backs are here and so of course Chelsea for have come in. Mamadou Sarr Diamba at some point in time. Chelsea forward didn't come up with Abrante friend Lloyd Bardi, like I mentioned with you. Max Lecroix, a part of the list of Chelsea players. Chelsea forward, hugely connected with assistants. Now, me here I'm so my main question Lloyd Bardi, the injury record, and see if for a player obeti to see the injury record and the best, but of course, any terrible sir, and it's something that Chelsea forward will really look at. The Chelsea are really watching really extensively. So with respect to center backs now, any players they need center backs who are more aggressive. And of course, Max Lecroix, a part of the legs, Murillo from Nottingham Forest, a part of the legs. Players that Chelsea for the share. So bit I count in terms of a center back now. These are some of the boys. There's a boy called Jimmy Beyond Gators and Sudia Baham in terms of the wingers are almost all of the scouts next season that they are going to bring in to see how things can go over there for some players now. We'll wait to see how some players will come in terms of players that can sort of Victor Osimhen this season also still. Although this morning you say it looks as if Saudi Arabia and still Chelsea for have not given up on him. They have not given up on Abrante, your friend Victor Osimhen at all. They are really, really waiting to see if they can finalize and do a deal for Abrante, your friend Victor Osimhen, or not. And we'll see how things are going to go over there with respect to Victor Osimhen and the ball up for Chelsea Football Club. If he's able to join them, and Chelsea want Abrante, your friend Victor Osimhen. They want him this summer, and they want him plus some other players now. We wait to see how these players are going to be there. Enzo Maresca, it didn't come up in terms of the games of about this weekend against Brentford. I saw Lavia and Fofana injury there. And of course, Chelsea for are not going to see Romeo Lavia and Enzo and Abrante friend Wesley Fofana. It was a massive problem, and they will check to see how long Abrante friend Wesley Fofana is going to be out for. I don't think it's going to be way too long. But of course, Wesley Fofana out of the conversation as it stands now, our Chelsea Football Club. Of course, guys, this is where I joined the curtain on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much. We'll be back, God willing, tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.